Hello, welcome to this particular module. This module is really interesting because if you recall the last lab component, we were discussing each and every or most of the parts within a PVD system, and when we talk about PVD we were talking about thermal and E-beam evaporation, right. So, this particular lab, now we will show it to you how to operate this system and coat a metal. We will use aluminum as an example, it is easy to melt, and we will show to you that if you want to actually work in the lab, right, and you want to coat a slide or a substrate with a metal, what is the procedure? One with thermal evaporation and second one with the E-beam evaporation, right. Please focus on this module. This is one of my favorite modules, because actually you will be able to see how the system is in a operating mode, and you will see how the substrate is loaded, where is the E-beam, and you cannot see E-beam actually, but where is a crucible, right, and there are 4 crucibles, and then where is a boat, right. So, how the chamber looks like. So, whatever we learn in theory is one thing, when we look something in the lab or we experience that in the lab is very different thing. So, I hope that you like this particular module, and any questions again you are free to ask me in a forum. So, I will request a few of my students to show it to you, along with we have called a engineer from Hyundai VEC, Mr. Rajanna, and he will show us how the system operates, but we can also operate independently. It is a very simple and easy system, provided you understand the concept. Alright. So, I will see you in some other class. Till then, you take care. Bye.
This is rotary pump indication. Now rotary pump is in blue condition is there now. It is on, and this is for backing valve. Now backing valve also open, and this one is turbo pump. Then turbo pump is also on. Now the pump is acceleration, means it will start now. Just wait 5 minutes to complete speed, achieving to complete speed now. Wait 5 minutes. Now we are going to mimic diagram. So press to exit to main menu. Then press to system view. Then press to mimic diagram. Now what are the process we are going to on? It will show now rotary pump, backing valve, and turbo pump. So when the turbo pump full speed will achieves, after that it will goes to open the high vacuum. And this is automatically. Only once you put a start, press the start. That's all. So. Now turbo pump is ready condition, means now it is in full speed. So now press the cycle. Now it will goes to now system status is cycle sequence pine pumping. Pine pumping means it is in high vacuum. This chamber is in high vacuum condition now. It is in -5 level. Now it is in -5 level. Vacuum is there in process chamber, your process chamber. Now the system is in high vacuum level. It is in -6. So now we are going to deposit the deposition, means it is in thermal. First we are going to do the thermal deposition. So before that thermal deposition, we are going to ion bombardment. Ion bombardment means to clean your substrate level. Substrate means atmospheric moisture content or any gases deposited on your substrate. No, that is cleaning when you are doing ion bombardment. So we are going to doing ion bombardment. Before that, press the process. When you are going to iron bombardment, press the process, then press the seal. Now see, it is vacuum is in -4 level. Then admit the gas to chamber. So admit the gas in the to chamber through this needle valve. Slowly open the needle valve and observe the vacuum level. Here it shows the vacuum level is kept -2 level, -2 level millibar.
ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ 3 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
Then switch on the HD switch. Then switch on the circuit breaker. Now we are going to do in the iron bombardment. Before that, switch on the HD switch. Then switch on the circuit breaker. Then you observe the current level. What you are applied current here, that much of current display here. Slowly increase the HTLT control part. 2 means you have to apply the current. So ensure that vacuum level is in -2 level, -2 millibar. So observe the process inside the process chamber. It is in violet plasma will show, means we have seen that violet color plasma. So it will up to 3 minutes to 5 minutes. It is enough for iron bombardment cleaning, means your substrate will cleaning. Then after iron bombardment is cleaning is over, then switch off the circuit breaker. Switch off the HT on switch, then slowly decrease the current level. And before that, decrease the current level first, then switch off the circuit breaker and switch off the switch.
ಗ್ಯಾಸ್
Now the chamber is in high vacuum condition. It is in -6 level. So now we are going to deposit thermal deposition. Sir? Thermal deposition means we are loaded inside the substrate, and we are loaded the filaments source. Source means aluminum metal is there inside the source. So when we are going to do before that thermal deposition, switch on the digital thickness monitor. After switch on the thickness monitor, you have to what level thickness you need, please set the thickness using TL1 or TL2. Already it is in 600 nanometer we are set at. Like this, whatever you need, you please set the thickness. Then switch on the LT switch. Switch on the circuit breaker. Switch on the circuit breaker. Again, STLT control. You have to give the apply the current here. Slowly increase the current. This current depend upon your material. Now we are kept in aluminum material, so the aluminum is taking less current. You observe the inside the chamber, the filament is glowing and the material is going to melt. So before that, open the shutter and rotary drive, switch on the rotary drive. Before doing the deposition, pre-melting is required. So pre-melting means you will apply low current 1 or 2 minutes, then pre-melting. After that, you have to increase the current for going to do the coating. See, observe the one. Now the rate of deposition increases and coating also increases. Now the coating is going on. Depend upon material, depend upon whatever your rate of deposition requires. You have to set the current. What rate your deposition rate is requires. Finish. So once your coating is completed, you have to first minimize the current or decrease the current level. And switch off the circuit breaker, switch off the thermal switches. Thermal deposition is completed. Now we are going to electron beam gun deposition. Sir. So we are going to doing the electron beam gun deposition. Please first switch on the power supply. Here in EV3 source control, switch on the power on. Press the power on switch. Before the power on switch, you ensure this control knob is in zero condition. Now switch on the gun. Now slowly increase the or apply the current slowly. The inside you observe the beam is on. And slowly increase the current. Now it is in under pre-melting condition. Just wait 2 minutes. After that we will increase the power. Before that you set the thickness. I set it 500 nanometer for thickness. Depending upon material melting, you have to increase the current. Now you observe the beam placed on the crucible. Now metal is melting. Beam falling on the crucible. So now metal is going on melting. And slowly little bit increase the current. Now observe, now coating is going on. See rate of deposition and thickness. Rate of deposition was to increases, then coating thickness also now we are going to increase. Suppose you are going to increase the rate of deposition, you have to increase the current. Otherwise, you keep as it is. We are set at 150 thickness, so that is why shutter will off. The shutter will off. So once you are finished your coating trial, slowly decrease the current. To 0 level. Then switch off the gun. Then switch off the power controller, power switch. The deposition substrate keep as it is in sometimes some 15 to 30 minutes because the chamber is in some temperature. So we are unloading this time means this temperature your coating tire will affect or some moisture content, suddenly it will enter to moisture content moistures, so it will affect your deposition substrate. So keep as it is some 15 to 30 minutes.
Keep the
System in
should
high vacuum
cool down
conditions.
high vacuum condition. At this condition can vent
Should not
chamber, film will be spoiled, some contamination will be happening. So that's why to avoiding, better to keep the
15
5
to
to
20
10 minutes and
You have
high
to
vacuum cooling.
Keep as it is. Should not open chamber after finishing your deposition process. Once your process will over, press the process. Then go into cycle.
What is maximum current level for electron beam and this thermal?
Sir,
What is the maximum current?
this is 600 milliamps.
No,
Depend
up to what
Up
current?
to depend upon your material, you have to give up to 600 milliamps.
Okay, I'll ask another. Rate you mentioned, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Down. What is the maximum rate that you suggest to go with?
Yeah, because the
Rate of
Rate of deposition is low, better.
As
You
well
have
as
to-
But what is the maximum that it can do? System can do.
This one, for aluminum it will goes to 35-40.
Not 40 angstroms per second.
It will goes.
and for this one, thermal, maximum current.
This one, this is for the power supply is 400 amps, but you should not go 400.
Okay.
Generally
What is the
30 we are keeping.
Huh?
30 for aluminum. 20 to 30.
30 to 50, sir. 30 to 50. For before initially it will take more current for melting. Once it will melt, yeah, it will come down. Means it will not come down. You have to
Decrease
should
it.
come to decrease the current. Otherwise, it will your rate of deposition will faster.
Whatever all the material going faster operation, no?
Hmm.
So material is going somewhere. So keep the slowly you can deposit.
So 25 amps is the max.
25 to 30 is okay.
For aluminum,
Capability is 400.
400.
By using the
But
baskets.
your material, no? That melting, that much power material is not there, I think.
Maximum is gold and
Gold
Platinum.
is more than 100 amps it will take. 100.
More than 100 amps.
Yeah, 150 almost, 150 and 70.
Once your process will complete, then switch off the sweep also and switch off the rotary drive. Sweep means the x-axis and y-axis. Your beam will moves x-axis and y-axis. Means magnetic
Here
field.
you crucible. Beam is falling
Right.
270 degree. This is going somewhere. To adjust it, you can use sweep controller.
But how do we know? Like by visual or
But visually, you can see the viewport and adjust it again.
Adjusting
X, Y
and
sweep.
increase the width. Increase the width. That is for center. Initially 0, 0, it will center. You have to that crucible fully your metal you want to evaporate. So little bit you have to increase.
Oh, beam gradation.
Beam, yeah.
Beam diet. Oh, that can also be possible.
Yeah.
How?
You have to increase this one.
Oh, amplitude.
You are visually seeing then increase. Otherwise you will another. This is a waveform positions. Means side wave, triangular wave. Anyone wave you will say. This is there nothing will happen further. Start now. Now you are going to unload the samples. Before that, switch off the electron beam power supply and press the seal. Press the seal means the high vacuum of isolates means it will close us. Isolates the chamber. Press the seal and press the vent. Now it shows air admit valve open in the screen. For venting the chamber, use nitrogen gas. Now you observe safety interlocks is in off condition. So we are connected in vacuum interlock switch. So now chamber is in atmospheric condition. So it will open. So that's why safety interlocks will off. Open the chamber door. And to remove your substrate holder, observe your samples will be coated here. Don't keep the chamber open in long time. Please, after you remove your substrate, please close the door. And don't keep as it is. Do some vacuum level. So press the cycle. Thank you for your Now I am going to load the samples till Ready to load the samples. Take a clean glass. Fix 1 inch or 4 inch, 2 inch like this, whatever you request. Place the glass here. Not remove, just slightly open. Then tighten the screws using align keys. Now your substrate is fixed on the substrate holder. Now loading your substrate holder.
This is 8.
Now you are going to load your substrate holder. The chamber is in now vacuum condition. So once again press vent the chamber.
Where such a thing? It's a gas.
Load this substrate holder as it is. Just turn to clockwise direction. Now it is fixed. Once your substrate holder is fixing or substrate you are fixing, to load the material, whichever you material you are going to coat, please load the material. Is in thermal or electron beam gun. I am going to explain this how to load the metal in EV gun. Use clips to remove crucibles. This is for a crucible. So, whichever material you are going to coat, please keep inside this crucible. Now this is in, we are already kept aluminum material in the crucible. So once kept the crucible in material in the crucible, so keep as it is. This gun having 4 pockets means number of crucibles is 4. You have to this is for direct controller means pocket selection, crucible selection. Switch on the mains power. Now the crucible is in, the condition is in second crucible. Material you are whatever you actually we are kept in second crucible. You are going to change the crucible means you have to rotate this turret knob. Whichever you want, 3 or 4. Just I am kept in 3. See, the crucible is rotate. See, motor condition is on, it will indicate in green. Otherwise, that green is not comes, your motor is not rotating. You have to assume not rotating. See, that crucible now we are selected 4th one. Suppose you are going to first one. You have to turn the knob anti-clockwise. Kept it as 1. Motor is running. Now the pocket 4 to now comes first one. This is for going to this type we are going to do the crucible selection and keep the material in the crucible. Now I am going to show the how to keep the material in thermal. Now I am going to show the how to place the basket or filament or board in the thermal source. You have to take the align keys 5 mm, just loosening the screws. Like this you remove basket. Once the basket or board or filament, once having applying current, it will brittle, so you remove carefully. And now I am going to assemble this basket to back. Now the basket is assembled, and put whatever your metal you want to going to do the coating, you inside this, kept inside this material. I am going to put a aluminum material. This is a aluminum pellet. I am going to keep the inside the tungsten basket. Like this you are going to do material kept in the source, thermal source, and slightly you have to tighten the screw and close the shutter. Now material loading and unloading samples and unloading that substrate holder I have to explain. Once samples loaded and materials loaded, close the chamber and keep as it is in vacuum condition. Now press the cycle. Now vacuum is created in the chamber. Now the vacuum is going on inside the chamber. So previously the safety interlock will in off condition. Now the vacuum switch is enabled. So your safety interlocks on. Safety interlock on means you are going to do the process. Otherwise, without safety interlocks on, you are not able to do the process, any process. ST or thermal or chemical.
Not getting on. So
Not getting on.
interlocks is not satisfied. Any THT.
Safety interlocks only satisfied. After that, your process will on. Otherwise, it will not getting on. Once your process is over, I am going to explain how to shut down this closing procedure. Previously, I am going to explain open procedure. Now, I closing procedure.
System start, system shut down.
Means shut down. Finally, end of the day, you shut down the system. How to shut down the system? So it is in under vacuum condition. Once when you are going to do the shutdown, just press the seal. See chamber, it shows chamber sealed. After that, press the stop. Previously, when you are going to switch on the system, previously press stop. Now press stop. Whenever you press the stop, it shows turbo deaccelerating, means it will down, speed will down. Wait for few minutes, the pump will deaccelerating. Always don't keep the chamber in atmospheric condition, open condition. Please keep in some vacuum condition. Now after that, the turbo pump is in off. So now you have to switch off all the things safe. Now it is in safety. So switch off the IO switch. Now everything switch off. Then switch off the mains supply.
Power supply and utility.
And switch off your utilities, just like water chiller or air compressor or gas. Please close all the things. Thank you.